Jean-Marie Vidor, and he wrote music that was particularly appropriate for those huge instruments that you'd see, these huge pipe organs in French cathedrals. Now, we're not quite in a huge French cathedral today, but we're going to pretend. And so I'm going to play this final movement from what he called his Organ Symphony No. 2. And it's a pretty joyous piece, I think, so I think you'll enjoy it. It's about 3 or 4 minutes long. It requires, by the way, when you hear the low notes, that's my feet, just so you know. It's kind of fast. Adjust the bench here. Okay.
Bill does a solo at St. Michael's Cathedral every Sunday. So if you ever have a chance to do it. And but also, sometimes if you're at a silent movie festival, the thing he loves doing is playing for silent movies. So he's quite versatile, and what a godsend for me to have a family friend like this who can, I just whatever Bill does it, It's fantastic. It's a great honor, and so we'll start the second half. I mentioned my son, grandchildren, my brother-in-law, but I have a whole bunch of cousins, and Leamington's a bit of an odd thing for me because both sides of my family came here, and so Louise, who is the organist here and everything here at the church, and so she's my cousin on my father's side, and I have a whole bunch of cousins on my mother's side here, and so it's really quite fun, and so for a kid who lives in Paris and London, it's really nice to think about it. And this is the first time I've come back to Leamington with no Heinz factory here. But anyway, that's but I have my aunt used to work at the Heinz factory, and I have her pin on. Okay, so I've tried to do that. But I left Leamington, as I said, I performed at Christmas in 1953, and then we moved to Ruthven, okay? And we lasted there about a year, and then we went to Detroit, and then for 4 or 5 years, and then my father, we went to Northern Ontario, to Elliott Lake, but in the interim, while he was building a house for us, that we came back to Leamington. I spent most of grade 6 here. So in grade 6, what I did, I was a Cub Scout underneath here, And even when I was at the Ridge, I did Sunday school here, and here I told you already, I was baptized here. So this church has a lot of meaning, and so it's as I said, I was just born right across the road from here. So it does have very special meaning. And a kid growing up in Elliott Lake, the closest town was Sudbury, and nothing to brag about, but anyway, but it took 2 hours to get there. And so I felt quite estranged. I didn't feel like a real northerner. I know my sister's moving there, but anyway, that's a different thing. And so I always cherished Leamington, and I adored my cousin David. He was 5 years older than me, and he was like my big brother, and then his sister and other cousins, and Pat. Where are you, Pat? Oh, back there. And so so Leamington, and in a strange way, this church has a lot of meaning. So it's such an honor for me to be here and to be able to try and give something back to the people in Leamington. Anyway, okay, on with the show. Talk with all by myself. No one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. In misbehaving, saving my love for you. Believe me, I know for certain the one that I love. I'm through flirting, it's just you I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. In the corner, don't go nowhere, what do I care? you will know the song. And on the program I mentioned that I live in Paris, and this, the last time this was sung was about 200 meters from where we live, and so by the person who wrote it. Des yeux qui font baisser le mien, un rire qui se perd sur la bouche, voilà le portrait sans retouche de la femme à laquelle j'appartiens. Quand elle me prend dans ses bras, elle me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Elle me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose.